tell us why you are running for governor.
Oklahoma really is facing a difficult time. It became clear about 2 years ago that the economy was going to have an impact on Oklahoma, even if we had hoped it would not. That with Governor Henry being term limited and not being eligible to run for re-election, trying to think of who was going to have the experience necessary to help guide the state of Oklahoma during a tough budget recovery really kind of drove me to realizing that my background kind of had the skill sets that I think the state of Oklahoma is going to need to work through this.
And as you mentioned, you would be taking over the state at a pretty tough time. The budget is certainly a mess right now. What specifically do you think could be some of the first things you could do to try to get it back in check?
I don't think you can actually say where you're going to cut until you know exactly where the money's going. And so to have an in-depth review of the state budget, to try to spend this next legislative session where the priority is focused on the budget. We know we have to do apportionment or redistricting of legislative district lines. We know we have to do that every 10 years. But otherwise, we should spend the session focused on the budget, allow all legislators to be involved in that process so they have an opportunity to look line by line at how the money's being spent. When they do that, I believe they help make a better recommendation in their budget bills that they send to the governor's office, and it gives us a chance to see if there's some money's being spent on some programs that are important, but maybe they're not the priority that we need for another important program. And when times are difficult, we're going to have to make some tough decisions.
And